What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jay with Brother Cuz's Toy Reviews, and that's right, I am back with another one. Today, I will be reviewing DX39 AE Jack Sparrow, the Artisan Edition Deluxe version by Hot Toys. Let's check it out. Okay guys, so here we go. We got this massive box right here, and this thing looks great. And I gotta tell you, the quality of the box feels good too. Real good material. Sometimes we get some boxes from Hot Toys and everything, and they're, you know, they kind of feel cheap. I'm not even gonna lie, but this right here is some real good card stock right here. And yeah, man, this comes out and it looks really good. Love the design work on it. Got that little DX Artisan logo right there, which is looking good. This is my first Artisan, so I mean, I'm really excited. Let's go ahead, pull the box off. Pull this outer box off. If I can get it out. All right, and then you're greeted with that Jack Sparrow logo right there with the skull and crossbones. Looks real dope, looks really good. Before we show that, let's look on this side. You already seen that, you already see what that is. The back side, just brown. Kind of lazy. But this right here is beautiful. This truly is. This is some beautiful artwork right here. Just great. I mean, Hot Toys goes all out for their DX line already, but with this being a DX Artisan release, looks like they just added a little bit more with the print work. I'm a graphic designer, so I love when they do like the graphics and everything, and when it's nice and sharp like this. This is good. This is like poster worthy right there. Just looks really good. And you see that Artisan head sculpt, the star of the show right there. It looks damn good. All right, let's pull this off, and boom, there it is. You are greeted with the separated head sculpt in the new canister that they have. And you also get the body right here. And it says, because I'm kind of reading it upside down, but let me get right here besides the camera so I can read it. It says, Hot Toys presents DX Artisan Edition Jack Sparrow. Features wool hair implantation. Then on the other side, hit the camera. On the other side where the box is, on the other side where the body is, it says, please read the user guide first and follow all construction details during the assembly process. Definitely right there. It says genuine leather boots, genuine leather belts and boots. So these are genuine leather right here, and you got some genuine leather boots right there. That is awesome. That is, I'm glad that they're giving us that with this Artisan line. So Artisan isn't just the hair sculpt, it also is the fine cut and sew materials that come along with it seems to be. But I'm not sure. I think that some of that actually comes with the standard version as well. Well, I would have to check on that because all I have is the Artisan one right here. And I didn't get to watch as many reviews on this guy. A lot of people are still trickling in for that, guys. I know on Best of the Best last night, Lou actually opened his live on air and he had the standard version. So I'll check with him to see if these bits and pieces are, the belts and the boots, are they actually leather or are they some type of pleather material? They should be leather. But this looks good right here. We're gonna go ahead and pull this portion off so we can see the rest. And right here you also see, you see some hands. You see those hands right there, and those hands look very detailed. You see the other Jack Sparrow face sculpt, which is kind of in plastic right there. I know the camera's kind of focusing. There it is. You see that right there. And you also see the hat. But let's get this open real quick, just so we could take a look at this wonderful head sculpt. That's what I really want to take a look at, to be quite honest. Oh, that worked out for me. So there you are. Let's look at some of these hands real quick. Oh, let's see if I can get it out. Load up. Let's try to get this out here. And you see that hand right there? Oh, and that looks cool. Really nice, real great detail. Very great detail. That looks great. Definitely love the soft goods. Now, I had the DX15 a long time ago. For all the people that watched Good Morning Grails a few years back, know that I actually, come on, man. It's not focusing in. It's not, there we go. A lot of the people that watched Good Morning Grails back in the day will know that I actually did a review unboxing of the DX15. And I was blown away by it. It was really a really good piece, but I did sell it off about a year ago. And I'm luckily rewarded with this one, because this one looks to be better in my opinion. But yeah, there's the hand. You get that soft goods wrapping around it. That looks great. Now, I know a lot of people in the community have been talking about this hat. Hat does seem a little big, but I'll be honest with you. I'm not gonna be wearing this. I'm not gonna be having them with this hat on for that much. I'll probably do a couple poses with the hat, but man, I want to show that wonderful head sculpt. That's what I want to. I mean, you spend all that extra money for the wool implantation, you might as well show it, right? So, yep. But there's the hat right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at this sculpt. And there's the additional sculpt that you get. And looks fantastic. Really looks good. Okay, and you got the head sculpt here. And I can already tell you guys, this looks fantastic. Even just looking at it in this tube. And I like these tubes that they have right here. Now, for all of you that have the Wonder Woman 100, which I kind of consider the first Artisan. Spiritually is the first Artisan, but this is the Artisan line, and they had a totally different, you know, little box for that hair sculpt. But for this one right here, I like these little boxes, these little containers. Very cool, very, very well done. It says Jack Sparrow right there. You get the little mirror finish at the bottom of there. And that just looks great, it really does. Let me see if I can do this on camera without messing anything up. Okay, it popped off pretty cool. Because I know this is what you guys want to see, and of course you would want to see it. Because it looks fantastic. That looks great. That really looks great. Okay guys, so here's the body of the figure, and surprisingly it feels very, very light, really light, but the tailoring is spot on. Just looking at it right this, it just looks great, feels great, and it just, I can tell the proportions on this body is way different than the DX15. So if you think you passed on this one and was like, I got DX15, I'm good, it's pretty much the same figure. It's not. It's not the same figure. It isn't. The proportions are way better. Just eyeballing it right out the box, I can tell by looking at the shoulders and everything. It's different. It's different. You got right there, you see you got those genuine leather boots, and you got genuine leather belt buckles and stuff right here. So that's good. I think this is all plastic down here, or I think, nope, there's some leather belting down there as well. So yeah. They're starting to give us leather goods. They starting to give us leather goods. We need them. I mean, shit, we really do need them. I mean, I just told people I had my very first New Hope Vader just pretty much disintegrated in my hands the other day. The pleather gauntlet just disintegrated right in my hands. And it looked perfect until I touched it. So a little pissed off about that. So yeah, man, we definitely need leather goods. But this looks good. This really looks great. Okay guys, so this is like the first time I actually had to pull all this stuff out the box and make edits to the video because it's so many layers with this piece. So here's the final layer right here with all of the other accessories. And let's go ahead and open this up real quick. Let's get this off. Now, looking at other reviews, one thing I'm kind of really upset about with this figure, and that is this piece right here. I'm mad because I had, like I said, I had the DX15 and this was die cast. And if you're going to, like, you know, go ahead and do an artisan line of figures, and that's supposed to be your top tier creme de la creme of figures, why are you holding back on the accessories? InArt wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? InArt would not do that. So if you're trying to make a line of figures to compete with InArt, why are you, you know, why are we going from first class to coach? You know what I'm saying? So yes, this looks good. It does. It looks good. It looks good, but it's plastic. It's not cold to touch. And it just takes away. You know what I mean? It really does. But it looks good. It does. Not take it away from it. It does look good. It looks the part. But I just rather it be die cast. Yeah, and that's just bad. That's just in poor taste, in my opinion. It's really in poor taste. You get the dagger right here, which this was always plastic, so you know it's good. It is what it is. That's fine. I'm fine with that. You get the guns. Oh, you get the guns right here, and like I said, these were always good. These always looked good, so not a big deal with that. It would be nice if these were die cast. It would have been. It really would have been nice if we got die cast pieces. Because we know Hot Toys wouldn't have had no problem holding die cast weapons because of how the peg system is. So they could have made these die cast. I think that would have took this piece to the next level. Like all this stuff here could have been die cast. And I don't know how much it would have cost them to do that, to produce it, but it could have been, they could have did it. They really could. These little bits and pieces right here, like with the monkey's head, the monkey shrunken head and all that stuff. I don't want to lose this stuff, so I don't know if I'm going to put that on the figure itself, but you have it. You have it. You get the compass right here, which if I don't want to break it up, I can't get it open. Is it clasped down? I don't want to break it. I don't want to break it, but you get that right there. You get, not sure if it's focusing on it. Yeah, you get the compass there. That looks good. You get that ship right there in the bottle. I believe that's called the Black Pearl in the bottle. Looks great. I mean, you can barely see that shit. Like, I don't even think the camera's going to pick it up. I need to get the macro lens out for that, but it looks good. Totally looks good. Now I think this is new to this version. To this version, to this 2.0. You get this lantern right here, and yes, you get the batteries. Get those little batteries right there for that. I'm gonna try to USB hack this. I don't know if it's gonna be exactly worth USB hacking, but you know, I may get it. I like to have my figures come to life with, you know, with the USB. So I'm not sure if it's exact, but he has a lot of panels and, you know, closed, so I could hide those wires very easily. So I may USB hack this just for kicks. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Why not? Why not? And then you get this, you know, you get this trunk with full of treasure. And yes, it looks cool. It looks cool. It didn't have to be separate. I don't know. It just looks like a hunk of plastic.
Honestly, it's not the best. You know, it looks like it's not the best. It isn't. But you get it, and it's cool. I've seen people, you know, I think even Lou on his what he did the other night on Best of the Best, he had him standing on this. So that's kind of cool. You know, doing the whole Captain Morgan pose, on the wheel, leaning on the wheel, standing on this. So this is that'd be pretty cool. But I mean, it could be better. It's not the best accessory, but it is what it is, and they give it to you. And I know some people were saying, you know, why is it so, you know, glistening and everything? Because it's supposed to be wet. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's all shiny. It's supposed to, you know, symbolize being wet. So that makes total sense. Okay, so let's now that we saw that, let's get this other layer off. Said this thing has so many layers, guys. But you're getting a lot. You're getting a lot, especially for all the money we paid. This figure was about $560, and that's coming from Sideshow, ladies and gentlemen. This wasn't a Timmy. This was not a Timmy. This, my friend, is dope. Now, when I had my DX15, I actually went out and bought this piece separately because this originally came with the DX06, I believe. And man, this is nice. And they really didn't change it, nor they had to. They really didn't have to change it at all. You get that real rope right there, and that just looks great. It really looks good. This is a real excellent piece. It's weighty, it's heavy. You know, I know some people's like, could they use real wood? They could have, but there was no reason. I mean, this plastic works very well, and it just gives so much presence to the figure. So this is always up. Why are you focusing on things you shouldn't be focusing on? There you go. Yeah, this has always been a great piece. So I'm glad they gave it to us. And like I said, I bought this separately, and I paid like $150 for this. So when you count up the figure, the Artisan head sculpt, and then this piece itself, I can see where the money went. I can see why this thing was like over $500, close to $600. I see why. These things are expensive, which is why that damn sword should have been fucking die cast. But it is what it is. But y'all, that looks good. That really looks good. Set that down right there, and I believe this is the last piece. Well, of course, we have some little tools here. We have let's go through the tools real quick. So I can show you that. Of course, you got the eye rolling black tool there. I'm not even gonna pull that out. You already know what that is. You got this tool. I'm sure you're all familiar with it. For the batteries that comes with the Iron Man. You get the little screwdriver. Come on, man. Focus right, damn it. Focus on me. Focus on what I want you to focus on. There you go. You get the little, you know, it's kind of like an Iron Man set. You get that there. You get a crotch grabber. You know, I'm not going to take all my time pulling that out. But this is what you really want to see. Let's be honest. This is what you came for. You get this big hunk of beautiful plastic right here with that Jack Sparrow nameplate on it. And that just looks fantastic. It really does. Painted very well. It looks very good. Now, I know some people are saying they rather have the DX15 Shark, Zombie Shark, which that was cool because you had the flag, you had all that on it. It was cool. It had a presence. It definitely did. But I'd rather have this in conjunction with the wheel. Now, I know some people were saying that the wheel doesn't fit on slot in here very well, but we'll take a look at that. But yeah, finally, guys, that is everything that comes with this DX39 Artisan Jack Sparrow. Okay, guys, so here's the wheel on top of the base, and people are right. That shit is shaky as hell. It is. It slots in, but it's very weak. It's not a secure lock connecting this wheel to the base. And that's because, I mean, it's the same wheel that we got like, I don't know, 15 years ago. And they're trying to attach it to this new newly sculpted base with the planks and everything like that. And yeah, it barely holds in. I mean, it's secure enough, I guess, but if you're looking for like this to be a securely locked piece, it's not. That wheel will fall over. It definitely will, or it will slide. That's the thing. I don't think it's gonna fall over, but it will slide. So it's not a big deal. I mean, you can get him posed up on it and I think you'll still be fine. So it's not like a major design flaw, but they're just two separate pieces. That's just what it is. And I mean, hey, I mean, some of us bash our stuff together anyway to, you know, make poses or do certain dioramas and stuff. So, I mean, at least they have those grooves there where it kind of fits in, but yeah, it's not a secure lock. Is it a deal breaker? No, it's not. It is not a deal breaker. But the piece looks good and it looks good together. And can't wait to get Jack on here to to get him posed up on it and to see how this all looks together. Now here it is, giving you another shot of that wonderful head sculpt. And honestly, how I feel about it now, guys, I'm almost to a point with my collection, whereas if the figure doesn't come decapitated, I don't want it. I'm kidding, but I mean, damn. I mean, when they do these head sculpts with rooted hair, they just are on a whole nother level. This is my first Hot Toys Artisan, and this looks damn good. This is probably the best head sculpt they've ever done, in my opinion. It just looks fantastic. They did such a great job on this piece. I just had to pull it out and film it again and just, you know, show you guys all the amazing detail and work on this piece. This is the price of admission right here. It really is. This is what you're paying for. And it's good. It's really good, guys. It's really good. If you're on the fence of getting this piece and getting the artisan version, if you can, I'm here to tell you, you're not making a mistake. It's money well spent. It's money well spent for this item. Now, I know some people are like, hey, the sculpted version looks just as good, but you don't get all that detail. You really don't, especially like on the little metal pieces back there and that big chunk of dreadlock that's in the back there, all these little things. It's completely different than the sculpted version. And I mean, it's just a level of detail that sculpted plastic can't reproduce. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is, ladies and gentlemen. But this looks fantastic. And I mean, the fabric bandana just really sets it off. That just really sets it off. That just gives it that extra realism. It really does. Now, I'm going to stop it right about here. And this is going to be a task. I'm going to do it on camera. I'm going to try to do it on camera because I know it's going to be some people out there that want to see this. I'm looking at, make sure you consult the instructions. You look at your instructions and you read them thoroughly. Because what we have to do, what it appears that we have to do is we have to remove the hair sculpt, the hair piece. We're gonna have to remove the hair piece first, then we pull off the face sculpt from the base. I don't know why they did it like that. InArt usually has that little twist mechanism. And I've kind of grown accustomed to that, you know, buying InArt figures. But you know, Hot Toys gotta be different. They gotta do theirs different. So here we go. Ooh, I really don't wanna mess this up. I really don't wanna mess this up. Hold on, let's do this. All right. So, let's try to do this. Okay. Not bad. Came off pretty well. Came off pretty well. That wasn't that hard. And I think this is on a peg. Let's see how this is. Is that just a peg? It just pulls off, right? And also be careful of those little two braids right there, because if you fuck that up, that's the figure.
These assholes. I mean, seriously, they didn't even like the instructions didn't even say pull it at an angle. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if they're pulling and it just wouldn't come off, but you have to take it and pull at an angle. Like, pull up towards the back and pull at an angle. You'll see how, you know, how the grooves are there. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but you have to take it and pull you hold it down, hold on. You hold it down and you pull at an angle, and that's how you get it off. But man, that was some stressful shit. It really was stressful as shit. You know, whereas how InArt has, and look, we're gonna be comparing this to InArt. That's how it is. This is supposed to be, you know, challenging the InArt line. So we're definitely gonna be doing comparisons to, you know, InArt's to InArt's not just their figure, but the process of their, you know, of assembling their figures. And I mean, it's smart. The hair sculpt came right off, so that was fine. But this shit, you had to pull at an angle. So remember, when you do pull this off, take it and you're pulling up at an angle. So, you know, just be patient, take your time, and you should be fine. And here he is in all his glory. Jack Sparrow, the Artisan Edition by Hot Toys. And this thing is fantastic, guys. It really is. You're talking about visual eye candy all the way through. The tailoring, the boots, come on, the boots are amazing. And those are leather suede boots going all the way up to the tunic and all the wrappings and the garbs there, all the belts, the belts, my God, the belts are leather. That is leather material right there. And yes, all the little sashes and everything are held down by magnets. The buttons on the coat, the oversized cufflinks, everything to this piece is just a visual, it's just visual eye candy. It is. It's just a visual tour. This is a figure that you will spend hours, and I mean hours, looking at, because it's just that damn good. It is just that damn exciting for the eyes. The tailoring on this figure is way better than the DX15. It is. The DX15 wasn't no slouch, but the tailoring here is just on point, along with the proportions. The proportions are way more natural on this piece. Moving all the way back up to that wonderful head sculpt, just the creme de la creme, the icing on the cake. I mean, if you're getting this figure, guys, I know a lot of you have gotten it and have gotten it with the sculpt, and I get it. I totally get it. That was the one that was widely available. The Artisan one was very limited, and I'm very fortunate to have gotten this figure. The head sculpt is amazing, guys. The head sculpt along with the figure alone, all together, this thing is just a work of art. I mean, having him stand here just by himself, without any weapons or in a pose or anything like that, is still visual eye candy. And I mean, just shows you how good this figure truly is. Okay guys, so that's been my review of DX39 AE Jack Sparrow, the Deluxe Artisan Edition by Hot Toys. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 9. Now look, this figure deserves a 10. I really wanted to give it a 10, and I know I'm very generous with my 10s, but this one truly deserves a 10. We're talking about leather boots, leather buckles and straps and all that goodness. We're talking about high quality, fine tailoring. We're also talking about great proportions, excellent likeness to Johnny Depp as this character. And of course, the wool implantation artisan dreadlocks are amazing. They look great. Not to mention a real good diorama wheel. Come on, that wheel was always good. And I mean, if you can get that with this set, it's amazing. Come on, it's an amazing diorama. It just has a lot of damn shelf presence. Now, the reason why I'm not giving it a 10 and giving it a 9 is because yes, I feel Hot Toys skimped on us by giving us a plastic damn sword. Honestly, it's a disgrace to this figure. This deserved a metal die-cast sword, especially with the fact that we actually got one beforehand. That's just ridiculous. They're trying to make this artisan line, you know, up to par with InArt. And if you're going to do that, InArt spares no expense. They give you die-cast parts, people. They wrap all the accessories individually, which is crazy to me, but they do. So if Artisan is going to do a line that's going to compete with InArt, they should have gave us everything. They should have not held back. I think they did us a disservice. They knew this figure was going to sell. They knew this figure was great already, and they just took it away from us for no damn reason, but just to save a little bit of money. What, 20 cents? I don't know. I don't know how much that all breaks down to, but they should have given us a metal saber. It is wrong. It is definitely wrong. Another thing that is wrong, if they want to, I forgot that this is an artisan figure. Well, I knew it was an artisan figure, but I forgot that these artisan figures are supposed to be numbered. Why not number the boxes? Doesn't cost anything. They can print it on the damn shipper. Number 500 from 4,000 or whatnot. They could have done that if they want to sell exclusivity. So those things, I actually should have knocked it down to 8 for those things, but I didn't want to take away from the good figure because the figure is amazing. Aside from those two things, this figure is a masterpiece and probably Hot Toys' best figure to date. Yes, I said that. This just may be their best figure to date. Yes, they took the DX and they took the DX15 and they just upped it. They kicked it up a notch. They knew they had a great figure with the DX15, but using modern day technology and the wool implantation and better proportions, just kicked this thing up to a whole nother level. This is Hot Toys' best figure to date. You heard it here. And I'm sure there's other reviewers out here saying the same that had this in hand. This is their best to date. If you get this, you will not be disappointed. You will truly love this piece. That's pretty much all I can say, guys. If you disagree, leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, bang that bell for notifications, and all that good stuff. My name is Jay, Brother Cuz Toy Reviews. Like that, my friends, we are out.